Hey everybody, how's it going? Rosgree's back. And today it's not a video about, what's some gameplay, something like that. But, well, there is gameplay here. At the French Permis de Grasse, which I still never finished the review video on this thing. But, I wanted to start a new video, new channel series. A little bit about speaking my mind, talk about what I want. And, well, this is it. I wanted to do this a long time, and off and on, I just couldn't either A, think of a good title, or think of a good idea what I needed to do, and, well, this is pretty much it now, and I pretty much got solid what I want to use. So, this is the channel, this is going to be the video series, so we're going to call this Raz Speaks, and I've been wanting to do this, like I said, for a long time, and finally got myself around to doing it, so, well, what's Raz Speaks going to be? Well, basically it's going to be me talking about, up my butt, what the hell I want to talk about. And today I want to talk about all kinds of different things. First off, we're going to talk about ranked battles. Then we're going to talk about the next patch, 6.9. Excuse me. Some other news I've been hearing lately, just stuff I want to talk about in my head. That's what basically this series is going to be. Just me talking out of my butt what I want to talk about, so to speak. So, rank battles. Raz, you got to rank 1. How was it? It was grueling. I think everybody agreed when they were talking to me in Discord. They're like, are you going to get rank 1 yet? It's like, honestly, you going to get it close? And I'm like, I'll get there when I get there, for God's sakes. Jeez. You sound like my mom. Suck up plated. Anyway. Was rank battles not bad? It was not that bad. I mean, I knew that it wasn't all about, oh, you had to pay to win ships to play. You could, but you didn't have to. I found ships in there that were not pay to win that did very good at ranked battles. So it definitely wasn't a pay to win series, but it definitely wasn't one of those things where you need to play OP as hell to get that kind of gameplay. That was not the case. Definitely not the case. So, overall, I enjoyed it. I definitely did some good gameplay there. But, it took me longer than I thought it was going to take, and it was always either A, I had a really bad team, or B, it was just me being really bad gameplay. And the saltiness of people is like, really? You don't have to worry. You win some, you lose some. I dealt with it, but I knew clearly sometimes when it was like, you really are an idiot. Why did you do that? Why'd you go up there? And that's when people were yelling at people that were like completely uncalled for, you know? Come on, it's not his fault. He got bad luck at the draw. Anyhow, that was my 2 cents. You know, it was definitely worth that. Really, should I've went for ranks? I don't really care. I didn't really want to do the ranks off and on, but I also had that feeling of obligation of going, you know what? I've been playing this game long damn enough. It's about time if I earned some like high up credits of myself and actually showed how good I am and proved myself that I actually can be really good at this game. So yeah, we did it. Anyway, next. Well, Raz, how's 6.9? Did you try to patch? Yes, I tried to patch. 6.9 is coming out, everybody. With some changes. Key features are you're gonna get hero commanders. Mainly they're adding a new commander. They're really not changing much to the game, except adding this new commander. They're also changing the interface. All players with smoke screen can now see the smoke timer displayed regardless which player sets the screen, letting you know how much time until you need to move up smoke, which I'd say great. I've been looking for that forever. I think everybody can agree. How many times have you had to type a check? How much time? How much time to smoke? and sometimes it was a little cumbersome and time consuming to get that done. But once you got it, it was like, oh, thank God, breath of fresh air. Excuse me. But you know, you can also pressing the Alt will switch the timer of one smoke screen indicated based on a previous logic. So basically, you can change back and forth what kind of smokes you're trying to watch. So about time that got done. But the big thing for me is they're working on Admiral Yamamoto from the Imperial Japanese Navy to be added as a commander. Now, over time, we've had commanders in the past. You know, they were either a Seagal, I think was one of them, and I forget there was another one added a while too long ago, but Seagal was the big one, and it had some perks, like I think decrease turret rotation and traverse, and a quicker reload between AP and HE, which that's nothing special unless you're playing like a cruiser. Then it can be devastating. But this one that they're adding, well, I got my 2 cents about this. Let's start with the basic stuff before we go into the juicy, annoying parts. So you're going to have more to work on for completing collections. There's now sub-collections. There's 40 items you got to get. Uniforms, uniform items, rewards, ships, and miscellaneous, like mount 2 flags on all Japanese ships, stuff like that. Not bad. It's going to take some time, but you can get the duplicates and easily unlock all those magical keys you want. Well, Brad, how you get the Admiral Yamamoto? You have to complete the campaign, which here's the first thing I kind of like, but also gonna say this is gonna start getting some crazy stuff going on. You might want to reduce the amount of containers for this. Well, you go on Raz. Well, when you complete a final task, you get some more standard containers that will probably unlock some of the stuff you need for Admiral Yamamoto's collection. Good, I like it because you can get it done really quick and get it done. Then they added the big thing that was insane while I was playing the public test server. You get super containers out of it. Not 1, not 2, but I only finished 3. And I think I got 6 or 7 super containers out of that, which is a god amount. I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't care, but it was insane. And I didn't get much drops out of it. Like, maybe, one was a Krusty Krem, which is public to server, whatever. I already have that ship. Or the Krispy Kreme that they call it. And the second one was, I got 50,000 free experience, which was great in public test server for me, because then I could just grab any ship I want, easily unlock it, and then purchase it without actually having to grind for a ship to actually play it. So I was able to really quick play a whole bunch of tier 10s that I don't own currently, because I only own 3. I own all the battleships currently in the game that are tier 10, so I don't have anything else. Anyhow, that's one of the annoying things. I think that they need to reduce the amount of drop of that, because if they don't, you're going to have a lot of people getting a lot of crazy stuff. However, I also think they kind of need to, because a lot of people have been griping enough that they haven't getting a lot of them, and they've been begging so much to get at least something out of those crates for times, and they feel like they've been pulling teeth long enough to try to get one. Well, Raz, what's the big feature of resistance? Well, once you complete this, you have to go through it 5 tiers, and each one's a different task. Spotting 15 torpedoes was one of them. That's easy as pie. Anybody can do that. Also, another quicker is if you're having trouble doing it in random battles, you can do everything in co-op. So, spotting 15 torpedoes in co-op, that's easy as pie. Honestly, you're gonna get these done in a flash just to get these Admiral things done. Now, you done it all. You beat it. You got everything done. now you got Admiral Yamamoto, which is a 15-point commander with 2 exclusive talents when commanding ships.
These guys don't stand it.
Here's the first one. You get a concealed reserve. After earning First Blood achievement, players receive 1 additional charge for each consumable until the battle ends. So that means you get an extra consumable, like for example on this ship, you get an extra plane, extra speed boost, and a extra defensive fire. That's what I put in this ship. Because I've been trying to build an AA spec out of it to see actually how powerful the anti-air can get in this thing. Been trying to do it for off and on for a couple times, but off and on I've been playing other ships, and it's been kind of putting me this on the back burner for so long. However, I still have fun with this ship. Number 2. This is where things get, shall we say, broken. You get Second Wind. After earning Kraken Unleashed, which means you gotta get 5 kills. No pressure, folks.
About as tough as a
Second Wind activates with a 34% main battery reload time decreasement. So basically in this ship you'll be spam firing. And destroyers you would probably even worse spam fire. 16% decreasement to torpedo reload. Nice for destroyers. Or squadron preparation time. Again, cool. Now for the broken part. Up to 48% of the ship's normal HP restored within 120 seconds. This talent functions just like a standard repair party consumable. Now, let me get you back to that. I don't mind a consumable, that's nice. I'd like that. Now, you have to achieve both to get the Second Wind. You have to get the First Blood, and then you gotta get the 5 kills. So it's going to be kind of difficult, but also I think people are going to try to kill steal just to get this Second Wind. Now here it doesn't specify destroyers. It doesn't at all. That could be a problem. So in plain English, a tier a tier 10 battleship, the frickin' Japanese battleships, they can basically have their ship, the Yamato for example, or any other battleship, if they're down to their breathing wind, can get half their heel back up, have their guns turn into dirt reloads. On top of that, it's basically turning a very weak ship into a full power super fortress once again. Why would I want this? This is insane! You basically break the game. I don't know what Wargaming is thinking with that, but they might want to adjust it so it's only cruisers or carriers or destroyers. Because if you put this on a tier 10 or hell any other battleship and they're on their second breath and they put this commander on it, they're gonna have a full powered, fully healed super battleship ready to fire at enemies. You're going to basically break the match at the end. But be bear with it, it's also going to be quite difficult. There's not going to be many ships left around at that time of Kraken Unleashed. Unless you're really freaking amazing. Like I said, Wargaming, you might want to adjust that. That's a little scary and overpowered. On top of that, I just saw recently some more specs on some of these British battleships that are coming out. The Dispersion is insane. These things have laser cannon guns. What the hell? If you're really gonna do something like this, you're gonna be insanely trying to play the lower tiers. They're just godforsaken, amazingly a nightmare. So, Wargaming, I don't know what the heck you're thinking here, but you might want to check a few things before you jump to conclusions with some of these ships. They're kind of terrifying what they got. However, I do still think you need to fix the Conqueror to tier 10 because I just looked at the Dispersion. It is the worst Dispersion I've ever seen in any tier 10. So if I'm actually going to try to play that, the guns are going to be pathetically worthless for me. So Wargaming, fix that too on top of that. Well, everybody, that's pretty much it. I mean, you actually saw a gameplay and a half, because I actually had rambled on so much about some of the stuff that's been going on with Wargaming. I mean, I really would play other games lately, but I've been so busy with some of the stuff that I really haven't had time. But I am trying to get back to some of the games that I've been wanting to get back to. So, anyway, I hope you guys liked the first episode of Roz Speaks, man. I wanted to do this for so long, and now I got my chance to actually say some stuff out of my mouth. Speaking like it is, honestly, I've been wanting to put this out that I like saying, like, Wargaming. If it's good as it is, and it works fine, you don't need to play with it. Stop playing with our toys, because honestly, even another friend of mine, who's a local streamer, he was saying the same thing too. Stop playing with it. He's played this game since it was an open beta, and he's grumbling of how much they're changing it. Stop playing with it and let it go. It's not the ship, it's the player. If he doesn't know how to play the ship, it's not your fault. It's his fault. Alright, enough rambling and yelling and raving. Give myself my anger and my blood and myself, I tell ya. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you want. Comment down below what your 2 cents on everything is, you know, and what's going on. I know I have a couple of people here who have been griping about it and all that kind of stuff, so, you know, put 2 cents. Let's get a talk going on. But, as always, take care. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take care of yourselves today, and as always, hope you enjoyed.